What are the Eagles doing on offense that makes them so damn good? Let's take a deep dive into one concept and let's find out.
How long does that injury hold up this evening? They're down in 5. Hurts will look to throw. He's got Goddard with a pass. Phyllis Goddard in. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Alrighty folks, welcome to the video. Today we're going to take a deep look into one play in particular, and we'll think from an offensive coordinator's perspective. Why did they line up like that? What are they trying to attack? What are the adjustments? How do they have solutions? What are they doing with the protection? We're going to dive into all of these questions in this one clip. Here we go. All right, so before we actually get into the video, I want to talk about everything from a diagram perspective. So let's go ahead and look at it. We got a shift to empty plus. Plus for me is just going to be to the field. So we got the field side over here. They're going to have their running back. He shifts over. Why do they shift over like this? Well, any pre-snap movement, they had a backer in here, and we had the running back in here. When he went out, this guy went out and followed him. So you'll get a lot of pre-snap movement in college and the pro level because they want to identify man coverage. That's one of the things. So if he shifts out and a guy bumps over, okay, now we can anticipate zone. Maybe it's still man, but they're just adjusting to it. But if you get a guy who flat out runs with him, it's going to be man coverage. So they know that. All right, now we have quick half slide to the left. This is just how I like to organize it on my call sheets. It's a lot easier. It's very quick. All right, and then essentially what they have is this half slide here. Now, we don't have a traditional box here. We have a straight up 4-man box. It is not a common thing. All right, but we're gonna half slide into the boundary. That's where the minus comes in, okay? And then we've got the stick option. So what does stick look like? Stick traditionally is gonna be the stick, or he can break and run the out. And he's gonna run the flat route, and he's gonna run the go. So we always have these 3 reads. This is the triangle that accompanies stick. Backside, we have the option. He's got the go route, and then he can break out or in, depending on what's open, where the space is, right? And ideally, we like to break in because the sideline is not our friend. It's the defense's friend. So we want to attack all this space that's in here. So if you have a choice, generally, you're going to work in. Now, what does the defense do? Now, they're playing pure man coverage here. So he's in man, he's in man. All right, he's going to be in man. He's taking him here. Now, they don't have a backer. So a lot of times what quarterbacks will see is they'll hit this. If he slants in here, something like this, we're just gonna take off. So they counter this by bringing this safety down. So he's gonna play the low hole here. And they also have a stunt inside waiting for him to make that decision. So it's a pretty good job by the defensive coordinator. But let's take a look at what we do. So when we run the stick here, the Eagles are gonna run a variation of this where they run a rub. Okay, so they still get the same 3 routes, right? They still get that same triangle, but this rub gets a different look to it. So they end up with a pick play, and he's going to be able to slip out into the flats, and he's going to have to avoid some contact, okay? And from a quarterback's perspective, once you see this motion go out, once you see him work out with the tailback, you know pre-snap, you're basically just going to catch step and you're going to fire this, okay? And if it's not there, we've got our option, who can be here, and then we have 2 fades, okay? Probably this one here because it's a receiver rather than a running back, all right? But either way, we've got options across the board that we can take. But pre-snap, I'm thinking I'm going here to my flat route. We're going to get a nice pick here, and we'll just catch step and fire this. All right, guys, before we continue this video, I have a link in the description that'll take you to the only 10 concepts you need in your offense. It is a full breakdown of 10 concepts. That's all you need, okay? If you're a quarterback, you're a coordinator, you're looking to improve your offense, you just want to learn about football in general, click the link below to get free access. All right, here we go. All right, so let's get into this film the way we would as a coach. So as we see this motion, watch this guy running out, watch the running back. As he motions out, that guy's running with him. Boom. Immediately we know he's locked in, okay? So now we assume man coverage, right? That's what we're seeing. Across the board, we see this. Now, we have these 2 high safeties here. Are they really going to give us a 4-man box? Probably not. So now we have an idea that maybe this safety is going to roll down into the box here, okay? So that's going to be one little note that we have to have from a quarterback's perspective. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what we have with this rub route here. Notice our number 2 receiver's working in, okay? He's going to be working in, steps upfield, and he's going to come and set the pick. Now he can't fully engage this guy because otherwise, if he does that, we're going to have offensive pass interference. So he does a good job of just kind of getting in the way. All right, Hurts does a good job. Just catch, step, take what they give us. Catch, step, boom. Now we fire that. Okay, easy completion. Great catch by him, by the way. All right, great catch. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the running back at the top. So notice his eyes are in the backfield immediately. Now if we let this play through, he starts to block. Okay, he starts to block, and he ends up making a really nice block here that lets us run in for a touchdown. Okay, great run after catch, but this is a really good team effort. Understanding the role, all right, from your players. This is exactly what you're looking for from a guy, and this as well. We know right now as a coordinator, we're calling this play because we want to throw this. Right? So your other two guys, the other guys playing the roles, they need to play their role properly in order for this play to be effective. Okay, now let's go ahead and look at the bottom of the screen. We got Devonta Smith in the slot here running his little delay, working over the middle. It doesn't create any separation, so it's a good thing that we are able to throw up top. Otherwise, it's probably a dead play. And then what would likely happen would we would end up taking a shot here to our X receiver who's actually running a comeback in this situation. They could tag whatever they want. They tagged a comeback here. So if that's not there, then we're gonna drop back, look to our little rub route. If it's not there, we come back and we take our comeback at the bottom of the screen. So let's go ahead and take a look at this now in terms of pass protection. So here's what we got. We're gonna half slide here, half slide. All right, so everybody's taking this, and he's going to be manned up on this guy. Now, we have the safety who rolls down into the box, okay, looking. Now, he's going to be here, he's here, steps up, and he's looping back across, okay? So this is going to be how this works out. All right, notice that. Good job by the offensive line picking this up. Nice, good slide protection. Okay, this is one thing here that's very good. All right, tackle, once he realizes there's no threat, once he knows he's bouncing back in, he just steps to work in and kind of adds into this pile here. Okay, so good job by them all around. This is a really good play offensively and defensively. Okay, with this safety working down, everybody's doing their job. We just have one guy fall down, and that's going to ruin the play for the defense. Okay, but overall, I like the scheme from both sides of the ball here. Great job getting the end zone.
All right, guys, so that is what we're looking at from an offensive coordinator's perspective. Do not forget to click the link below so you can get access to the only 10 concepts that you need, only 10 plays you need in your offense. You can run them on repeat and dominate teams. Click the link below, check that out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.